Hi all, I'm Trisha Peach, host of the Peach Buzz. Today I'm traveling and Patty and I are getting to do some teaching at a VBS at a different church. This is Adams Assembly of God. I am in Adams County, Wisconsin, which is tied for the poorest county in Wisconsin. And the church here has done some great work. They just really reach out to the community. I wanted you to see some of the sets and work that they have put into their VBS. I just show up and do my thing with Patty and teaching and praying with kids. I love it. I love what I get to do. They did a ton of the prep work, and my sister, Pastor Erika Goffin, she designed some of these sets and these props, and it's just fantastic. And she does it on almost no budget, so much creativity. You guys, children's ministers, you are some of the most creative people I've ever met. Come have a look. I want you to see what she's been doing. So come on in with me. Let's take a look at her VBS stuff today. Hi, I'm Trisha Peach, host of the Peach Buzz, and I'm so glad you're back with us today. Special summer VBS edition. As some of you know, I am in Adams, Wisconsin this week helping with a VBS. I am speaking, Patty and I, at a VBS. I'm having a blast. This church, actually, my sister, as some of you know, Erika Goffin.
Hi.
She's the youth pastor, but talk about teamwork. She has done most of the work for this VBS, for the sets and everything. She actually has a theater degree, which I have often said theater and kids ministry and youth ministry go hand in hand. I don't think she's ever regretted a theater background with working with teenagers and kids. But I absolutely love her sets this year. Some of you were doing a treasured theme, or you have done a treasured theme, and I wanted you to see some of what she did for this. The sets are just awesome. She's got so many cool things up here that I wanted her to explain how she did it, because that's one of the things I hear is, oh, I'm at a smaller church, or oh, I have a small budget, I can't have any of these cool sets like they have at the great big churches. Well, for one thing, I've worked for years at the great big churches, and the problem can be that you can't do the big sets because there's 12 other things meeting in that room, and they just aren't letting you do the big sets in there. Sometimes you have trouble getting the budget for the great big sets because other things are using the budget. So it doesn't matter more the size of the church, it matters your creativity and knowing what you can do. The second thing I want to run past her then will be how she has teamed up with the schools and the community with the parade, and wait to hear what she has to say about food, because this is interesting. Some of you need to know this. But for starters, Pastor Erika, you're a youth pastor, but you have really been running tank on the VBS, which is awesome. You have kids in this ministry, so my adorable niece.
I have 4 kids of my own, and my oldest now are teenagers, so they're actually helping run sound and things like that today. But in smaller churches, if everybody doesn't play and everybody doesn't help, then it doesn't get done. But I do fortunately have a degree in theater, which gives me an idea sometimes of how to put a set together, but it's not really that hard. You just pick first your theme and something you think the kids are really going to love, and I think small churches often think really old themes. So you want to find out what are the most popular kids themes for parties going on right now, or check the VBSs that are out there. I like Lifeway, I think it's Lifeway.
Yeah,
VBSs. And we had a larger church give us a set of curriculum, which was wonderful for treasured, but I didn't like the set. I just wasn't particularly thrilled with it because we'd done something really similar the year before. This year we put our heads together, and I decided, we hadn't done pirates yet, so we decided to go pirates this year. I wanted to make a pirate ship and a cannon and all those kind of fun things. So we just looked on Pinterest to get started, and we started looking for things that other people had built before. And we just kind of made our own after that. But we had someone donate a climber for a toddler.
Oh,
and
cool.
it was free on Facebook Marketplace, which I check a lot for free stuff. And that's where we built our ship around.
Oh my goodness! So that's a climber
That's
behind
a
there.
toddler climber.
Oh, we probably need to take a look at that.
And it's really sturdy and secure so that on our parade float it didn't tip over. Because you want something strong because the wind will hit and then it might come off the parade float. You never know what kind of weather you're going to get, so you want something to anchor it all.
Very
so we used
cool.
a kid's climbing frame. And then everything else that's attached to this is just cardboard.
I'd say let's go take a look at what she's created. What would you think you spent total on?
$20.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so don't tell me you can't have incredible sets if she spent $20. Now
I might spend $5 on the material we used for the costumes in the sale. That was an extra $5.
She's
But
very
everything else we just found.
talented, but kids
There's a
pastors
carpet
are so
store
creative.
right here, and they like us. We've made friends, and we come by and we bum off their carpet rolls, and that's made our palm trees. And this time it made our great big mast.
Oh my
and our
goodness.
cannons and everything else that we took off of that. That was just a basket from a plant that we made.
And carpet rolls.
That we stole
oh my
off of an old
goodness.
plant. And so we got one big thing of paint, and the rest we used the paint we had around the church too, and we bum free paint off of people because everybody's got old cans sitting around. We'll remix it into different colors. And then there's a lot of stuffed animals at the thrift stores, and you get them 25 cents.
Yes.
So we got our parrots and our lobsters with claws and all that. There was all 25 cents, and we told people in the church what we needed, and they dropped off stuff. We picked up a couple of nets in free boxes at garage sales. We were looking for about 6 months.
Oh my
after
goodness.
we picked our theme. We picked up the flags for like $5 a piece at a local thrift store. We were just looking all the time. We're like, everybody look for pirates. Everybody look for pirates.
Pinterest, I heard
Pinterest is huge.
Facebook Marketplace, and I heard you started early.
We start a year in advance. I've already picked next year's theme.
That's what I've always done, is start a year early and then really start collecting those items in January and asking people to donate. And people in the church just come up with things like you can't believe. Yeah.
Not too far from here, we even have one of those old-time photos.
Oh,
And we went in there and offered them free advertising at our event, and they lent us a whole bunch of hats.
Oh my goodness.
For some of our costumes when we were going Victorian.
So collaborating.
So sometimes you just got to ask, and they can say no. The local schools have collaborated with us more than once if we know what they're doing. Like they had giant candy from Willy Wonka, and they've got it all in their storage, and they don't know what to do with it. And so I just went up and I'm like, hey, do you guys have a cannon? And they're like, no, we don't have a cannon. I was like, oh, well, it's worth asking. But we made our own.
Hey, do you have a cannon?
But yeah, I just give them a call and say, how about a cannon? How about
totally
a chain? How about, and we made our own
Children's and Youth
chains.
Ministry.
We made, our chains are made out of pipe covering foam. You can get it
my
at Ace
goodness.
Hardware for $2 for a great big piece. It looks like a like a pool noodle, but it's thinner. And we made that into all of our tentacles too. So our tentacles are made out of pool noodles. And again, I got the idea off of Pinterest.
Oh my goodness.
And it took us a while. I got the youth group into it, and I'm like, all right, guys, everybody get some duct tape. And they started duct taping. And
duct tape!
they love to spray paint. We have 9 teenagers collaborating with me on VBS, and they're the reason we get everything done. Because in a small church, you don't have enough people to run games, but your teenagers can run them.
They're fantastic.
They have so much energy.
So essential to
And all the
VBS.
kids want to play with them because they like to play and they play rough. So you just have to tell them you got to be gentle 300 times and have like an adult out there to go, hey, don't tackle that kid. But
there was a
most
bit of a
the
water
time,
gun incident yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some very
There's
wet
always
children.
a few, and I was soaked because, of course, I'm the target. But
Yeah, of course.
they're also more creative than I am. If you get them the ideas that you like and then let the teenagers go, a lot of them will go, you know what else we could do? And they will just
could
go
do
crazy with
this.
ideas. They can make your signs, they can make your posters, they decorated the parade float beautifully, which we win every year.
Yeah, they win the parade float thing. They do a huge parade float, which, okay, that's for the July 4th parade here, and they do a massive parade float where they showcase all of this. And I'm amazed by that because it's advertising.
Well, every single
Such
year
great
we go
advertising.
down that parade float in a big parade float we work really hard at. That's real exciting for kids. We've done
Yes.
Star Wars, we've done Frozen. We've done, and this year, pirates. So when we walk down the parade, all the children are screaming and yelling for us. And a lot of the kids that have been to our church and quit coming, they got lost along the way. They're the ones that'll run out and hug you. Be like, I know them, I can go hug them because that's my pastor. And so we're out there reconnecting with teenagers, reconnecting with all the children, and there's the moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas high-fiving us going, that's my kid's pastor, that's the church they go to.
So maybe some that may have wandered away during COVID.
And a lot of them do.
They look and,
you get the summer times, or they move and they move back, or there's all kinds of things in small towns where kids will be gone.
Yeah, VBS is a great time.
They just quit coming because mom and dad don't go to church or something. And then you get out there and they see you out in the parade, and then they come back to VBS and bang, they're back into your programs that Wednesday, and you've reconnected.
So in collaborating with the community, she was talking about getting donations from the carpet store, getting donations from different businesses. I have gone to businesses and said, will you donate to our, the worst they can say is no.
You can even ask for a discount
in
return for an advertisement in whatever you're handing out at the church.
Absolutely. I got one to donate a bike one year, which was our prize. As far as the advertising, like the discount, we had our local pizza place put a $5 off coupon on the back of our advertising for our VBS. I tell you what, nobody was throwing that one in the trash. They kept it, they put it home on their fridge. That was fantastic advertising. I think the parade, phenomenal advertising.
That's our biggest one. It's our biggest one to get out there. And we usually follow it up with, we just did VBS, and then in a couple of weeks, we're going to call and sign you up for our Wednesday program.
Okay.
And just follow up, keep following up, and hey, how you doing?
Perfect.
Remember their names, high five them as they go.
That
it's really important that you follow up. Small churches still need to do big things.
Oh, I love that. Small churches still need to do big things.
Too often we're flannel boards and small things because we're like, well, we don't have any money, but we need to be a little bit bigger than that and more creative. It doesn't have to be incredibly expensive, though. There are some great things that you can find, and I drool over that you could buy, like props and stuff, but if you can't afford it, then you make it. And it's not that hard. If you're not creative enough to make it or think of how to make it, then look on Pinterest. Or Google it, and everybody has put a how-to out there on everything you could make. I want to make a boat, I want to make an igloo, I want to make a tassel, I want to make you can make anything out of cardboard.
Yeah, one year we did a Lost theme, and I got a wrecked Cessna plane from somewhere, and I put it right in the middle of the stage.
I've never gotten a plane,
but I bet
I can make one out of cardboard.
Yes, she could. She could. Cardboard and duct tape. She can do anything. One other thing with the collaboration with the community, I know many will not talk to the schools because they're thinking separation of church and state, and some churches or some schools will not. They'll just refuse.
Our school, if we asked, allowed us to hand out flyers there and to put them on their pin boards.
Yes.
They allowed us to put them in every backpack from summer school. They also have allowed us to collaborate with their cafeteria team because they do meals that go like Meals on Wheels almost, where they go out and they feed the kids in the community. They've come to our VBS and fed our kids. And they'll do a snack that you just tell them how many you need, and they will bring it out. They'll even feed your workers for like $2 a worker if you're going to be there all day. Now this time we're not doing that, but in the past they've always been more than happy to come.
I'm hoping you guys heard that, because some school systems may say no, but what if they say yes? And the worst I can say is no. She's literally having the school system, their summer food program, because some of these kids, it's the only time they eat. It's really sad. But the public school system is bringing in lunches and breakfast and serve it for the kids for free. So if you're not trying that for your VBS, you might want to think about it, because food can be a big pull.
Another giant resource for small churches is big churches. When the big churches get done with their VBSs, they have to get rid of them. They don't want to keep them around forever. And you're talking about sometimes a $2,000 set going in the trash. They've put all that money into all these
storage.
Cardboard
Nobody has storage
stands.
space.
And one year I got lucky enough to collaborate with a friend of Trisha's, and she sent us over $2,000 worth of material just if we would go pick it up.
Love you, Judy.
I drove over there. I was thrilled to pick it all up, and we had the biggest set we've ever had, and I didn't have to make it.
Oh, yeah.
We kept pieces of that, which we're going to use next year. We got a big giant tiger and some elephants and all kinds of stuff.
Awesome. Oh, my
So then you can reuse some of those pieces.
Well, she already knows she's doing Under the Big Top next year.
Yes,
She's
circus.
doing a circus theme. So again, a year ahead, you should know what you're doing so you can start putting these pieces together.
At least start getting ideas where you're like, I like this, I want to work on this. It should be something you enjoy because you get sick of it by the end of the year. It should be something that really excites kids to see it.
So if you're taking notes, you're starting a year early. You are collaborating in your community, asking for donations. You look to see if you can work with your local public school and to what extent, see even if they'll even bring the food in. And then you get creative, ask for donations, but get creative on what you can make. So I want her to show us what she's made. Wait till you see these octopus tentacles. I think they're pretty awesome. So she wanted to go with a treasured theme, but I'm always saying this, you are not stuck in a box. You do not, it's not the Bible.
Go crazy.
You don't have to just be stuck in what that says. I call it Frankensteining, where we're going to go creative and go way out of the box. That's what we do best. So she did some incredible work, and I wanted you to see this. She mentioned the boat made out of a toddler toy. Take a look at this, see what you think.
So this is my cardboard boat, and I had a lot of fun making it. I got a little bit stressed, but not too bad. The mast was fun. We made that out of a single cardboard tube we got from a carpet store. And we picked up the material at a thrift store for $5 for enough to make our costumes too. I picked up the net in a free box at a garage sale and went, ooh, that'll work. And we stole a planter from one of the church's plants and stuffed it on the top to make our basket, our lookout basket. I got a parrot up there, you can't see it, but the parrot came from a free box at a garage sale. All of the stuff up here we made, this is just sheets of cardboard, and all of that was donated from Ruby's Pantry. They are happy to get rid of all their old cardboard, so they gave us some of their big boxes, but you can go to, we've used fridge boxes, the furniture store needs to get rid of them, and they're happy to let you have it all. Wow. Another resource that I use all the time is paper mache, and to get all of our paper mache newspaper, I went to the local newspaper place. They have thousands of newspapers they can't hand out, and they were thrilled that I would take them and take them away.
Oh, wow.
So as long as we weren't using them for advertising or something, they're thrilled to support crafts.
Oh, and this is what she was saying.
Yeah, this is just a big giant cardboard box.
It's a big cardboard box built around a toddler toy. If you can see the toddler toy in there.
This was for free on the side of the road. And when we're done, it's going out for the kids to play with.
Oh,
so we've got all the missing pieces.
Double duty there. Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
And we had a lot of fun putting this together, and I had a lot of teenagers helping me paint it and create the pieces and the cannons. I got the idea from Pinterest.
Oh, I bet. This is so cool. I see.
Our octopus tentacles we got from Pinterest as well, and they're made out of pool noodles and hangers.
Pool noodles
and a lot
hangers.
Of duct tape.
Pool
and the
noodles
suckers on those are all made from it's a pipe cover, and you can buy it at Ace Hardware for $2 for a big bunch of it.
Oh my goodness. So again, that creative ability to look at one thing and think of it as another. Just for size with my hand, this octopus tentacle is bigger than I am.
It's about 3 tentacles per tentacle. I mean 3 pool noodles per tentacle.
Per tentacle.
And
so
then the kids just kind of shaped them. And again, all the instructions was on Pinterest to make them.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun making this set.
Octopus tentacles, that is so cool. Pool noodles, hangers, and pipe covers from Ace Hardware. Holy cow. That's so cool!
Another church gave us some of their pirate hats from another state and sent it home with a lady that works in our church.
Oh, collaborating with other churches.
We just kept looking, and the dollar store had all of the fun things like the chests and the little anchors. I got this little anchor on the boat for $1 at the dollar store.
Oh.
And we just had the kids paint it all, and it came out really cute. And we've gotten a lot of kids saying, I love the boat. Can I take that home and use it for my bed?
Children's leaders love the dollar store and garage sales, but I say you are phenomenal at garage sales. I've never seen anybody better.
I live for garage sales, and I know how to sniff out a deal, but if I know a year in advance what I'm looking for, I already have ideas of what I want the costumes to look like and the
Yes.
set to look like, and it just develops as we go. So by the time we get to the end of the year, it's just putting it together.
Well, I know these kids this week are having a phenomenal time. They are just,
We're getting really wet.
they are loving it. Yes, there's been a lot of water. It has
Balloons today.
been awesome, and I have loved just getting to be here, me and Patty doing puppetry. So I would say thank you so much for sharing this with people, because there's so many that think I can't do something big.
You can. It's really easy.
I love that. A small church still has to do big things, and we can do so much more than we think we can. This awesome set, $20.
One of the things I'd also like to encourage everybody to do is once you make something great, pass it on to a small church.
Yeah, absolutely. Pass
Those
it
people some
on.
work, because we've been blessed, and we try to bless another church as soon as we're done with it.
Well, and I can tell you right now, no church I've worked at has had extra storage. We don't have storage, so we tend to pass it on because we have nowhere to put it.
Pass it on and be a blessing.
Yes. Thank you, Pastor Erika. We really appreciate a sneak
welcome.
peek behind the scenes of your VBS. Thank you for every bit of inspiration you give, and I hope I get to be a part of Big Top next year. That sounds awesome.
Creative.
All right. Thanks so much. See you next week on the Peach Buzz.